Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of EChO. Today, we are with Judge Kitty Karle. Currently, she works as the Ontario County Family Court Judge. She is running for Supreme Court Judge. And just like yesterday, we had some other Democratic candidates. Today, I decided to bring you a Republican candidate. That way, you get to know a little bit on the other side as well. Judge?
Hello,
Hi.
Carlos.
How are you?
You don't have to call me Judge. You can call me Kitty.
Kitty. It feels weird.
Now, I don't mean to start off the podcast by correcting you, but remember I do county court and youth court too, and act the Supreme Court.
There you go. You see? That's why yesterday I was asking the other parent, like, what is the referee? What, like, all those little things, because we got to dumb it down for people like myself.
Well, that's not true.
Well, we don't deal, it's a legalese that we don't deal with, like postpone and adjourn, and why not just say next time? I have people who say that, it's like, why are you confusing me with that? I thought that adjourn meant together, because it sounds like adjunto.
Should I just start saying I'll see you on the flip side on January 6, 2026?
Well, don't go all the way to no.
Okay, yeah, don't point out.
Sayings don't go well. So the idea of today is just we get all the political speeches and all the time constraint of sometimes what you cannot say because of the space that you're in. And today the idea would be to give you a chance to speak to people about who Kitty Karle is.
All right, well, I really welcome this opportunity. And I'm a little fancy today. And this is not what I ordinarily wear underneath the robe, okay? But
I don't know that. I always see just a black thing.
But I have a gala tonight, so we were able to squeeze this in, for which I'm really grateful. If you want to know about who I am, then we got to look to my mom and dad, because I have the greatest parents. I grew up on a small farm in Honeoye, and my mom was a nurse. My dad is now the pastor of our church. My mom used to be the pianist. My mom is now suffering from dementia, and so she's not able to play anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really hard, but she still knows the music. And when I go and see her, which is almost every day, it's been a little lackluster the last 10 months, but almost on the daily. We still sing hymns from church, and she doesn't miss a word. So music is so important to dementia patients.
I've heard that before. Yeah. Like, it's one of those things that just sticks.
It sticks, and she is so wildly impressive. But so I am the youngest I have 3 other siblings. We worked hard on the farm. We honored God. We went to church. We laughed a lot and played games. I always beat my mom at Scrabble, and it was just a pretty idyllic childhood. And I went to undergrad out in Seattle, and then I went to UB Law School, and then I became a prosecutor. So if you were to ask me, why did you become a prosecutor? I knew I wanted to fight in court for the most vulnerable victims.
So sometimes people choose, like, I'm going to do some public defending, I'm going to do some DAs. Other ones, you seem to be the kind that just, I know which side, which field, which lane I'm going into directly.
I just knew I wanted to help people and use my skills of advocacy to help people. And so I became a child sexual abuse prosecutor, a domestic violence prosecutor. I came back closer to home from Erie County to Monroe County. I was hired in Monroe in about 2001. And then I became the supervisor of that unit with just an absolutely incredible team. And the thing about being a prosecutor and being a career prosecutor is once you hone those trial skills, you can go out in the world and make a lot of money. And I wanted to serve and I wanted to fight. And during my tenure there, a prosecutor handled over 10 homicides, most of which were of women and children, and handled thousands upon thousands of cases involving child sexual abuse, child physical abuse. It was really tough work, but the most rewarding, because you're making a difference in someone's life and you're giving someone without a voice in the courtroom. So after I left the DA's office in 2011, I went to work for Jonah Byrne, who is a legendary, iconic divorce attorney in Rochester.
The ones that don't know, I don't know, let us know.
Oh, she's the best. She's 89. We just celebrated her birthday a couple of months ago.
Happy birthday.
And yes, and she is a beast in the courtroom, and in a good way.
Yes.
Okay. So
when you see sparks fly in the courtroom, you know that it doesn't matter what side they're fighting for, they're doing their best.
she was incredible. And so I need to stop. Okay. Can we cut that out of there?
It's life.
Okay. All righty.
It happens, people.
Okay. I'm being told to sit up because of my mighty hump that I got from my mother.
Listen, if you see how I'm sitting down, like, this is all life, right? We can't be perfect.
No, I certainly can't. So I did go to the chiropractor on Friday.
Get comfortable.
Okay, I'm good. So what were we saying? Joan Diaro Burnesque.
Mhm.
So I got to learn from her just the master in the courtroom. And I learned family law. I learned divorce law. And it was so incredible working with her. But at that time, and I think it's really important for people to hear, I took on some defense cases.
Okay.
And I took on 4 actually cases where 4 young men had been falsely accused of rape, and not at the same time. These were over the course of probably 6 to 8 years. And it was really important for me to see things from the other side because, and I know there's probably people listening who think, oh, they were probably still guilty. They were not. And I had the evidence and delivered it in court and proved that they were innocent, and they were all found not guilty. And I also did Title IX work for schools where individuals are charged with sexual assault.
Okay.
And what's so important about that, Carlos, is that it just gave balance. I did prosecutor work, I did defense work, and so when I took the bench, I understood just how profoundly it is, how important it is to have a judge who's fair to both sides, not beholden to the prosecution.
Mhm.
I'm not beholden to the defense. I'm beholden to one gal, and her name is Lady Justice. And so I'm just profoundly grateful for the experience before the bench, and it prepared me to be on the bench. And so in the last, we're going to 8 years. Can you believe we've been working together for 8 years?
Wow. It's crazy. I still feel I just started interpreting like 2 years ago.
I know.
Yes, I feel like
8 years, Carlos.
Holy cow, that is a long time.
Yes.
So you've been presiding right now. You started it 8 years ago. What was your first actual position? Because I don't want to keep messing up.
You
the
didn't mess
titles.
it up. Well, I was county court judge. So I was county court judge in the outlying county, so outside of Monroe County.
Okay.
One judge, a county court judge, it's called a multi-hat judge. So I put on different hats throughout the week. So one day I'm a family court judge.
Okay.
One day I'm acting Supreme Court judge. On Wednesdays, it's my criminal court calendar. Thursdays, we're usually back to family court. And Friday's usually a combination of a bunch of different things. So I'm family court, criminal court, youth part court, and in 2021, I was made acting Supreme. So I hear civil cases. And for a total of over 7,000 cases.
Because you see, we hear judges and judges. One road, same thing. So you got dealing with kids cases. Mm-hmm. You got dealing with family issues. You have dealing with anything criminal matter itself. Now, when we're talking civil and the Supreme, what does that entail itself?
Okay, so civil, that's matrimonials, divorces.
Okay.
Okay, that's tort cases, slip and falls, medical malpractice. We do a lot of merchant cash cases, contract cases, all of those types of things that you would go to civil court for. And so I have a lot of those different variety cases. And it's really nice because when I do the attorney conferences on civil cases, we do most of that virtually. So I have lawyers from New York City, I have lawyers from Rochester, and they're usually about 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes there's a couple minutes just giving an update to the court. Judge, we have a settlement. But then if they go to trial, then I would preside over that civil trial here in Canandaigua. But if I win this election, remember that there are 8 counties in the 7th Judicial District.
I just went over the map itself. Well, I never actually thought of just looking at the map and what each county is or district or, judicial districts. And I just realized that I go from the 4th through the 8th. So I've run through half of New York State. I didn't even notice that. So if you can please explain to us, because you have Monroe County and then Ontario County, and you would imagine them, but Monroe is like this monster of a district that entails, we don't understand that.
Okay. So
I think it goes to what you were saying.
yeah, so if elected, I would have my chambers here in the Ontario County Courthouse.
Okay.
But I would have jurisdiction over those 7 other counties. So let's think about what those are. Seneca, Steuben, Cayuga, Yates, Livingston, Monroe, and Wayne.
Okay.
So what that means is that I would have jurisdiction in those counties. So oftentimes, if in a smaller county that only has 2 judges and one is retiring or one is on sick leave or something like that, they might need a judge to come out and preside over a murder trial or preside over any trial or clean up the divorces or things like that. So I would have that ability to go out to those,
fill up those places,
yes,
and help out
and drive there. And that's what's been fantastic about this race. Now we have 3 sleeps left until the election day. And so
sounds crazy.
Yes. But during this time, I've gone out to all those counties.
When is early voting ending?
It started October 25th, but I think it continues right up today and
Today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And so that's Annie in the background, the one that you hear. Like, get ready.
So
she's doing a fantastic work.
So I've had the opportunity to go out to these counties and just interact with their people and their constituents and their voters. And it's been fabulous to get to know those other communities, because every community is different. And we've put a lot of miles on our cars, but it was all so worth it, because if I do get called out to serve in those counties, I have that foundation.
You have to be able to know the need of each.
Yes. Yes.
The behavior of each. It's like children, I'm pretty sure.
They're not all the same.
Exactly.
But we love them equally.
It's a unified court system, but it's like everybody for themselves, it seems like at times. At least when I'm driving on places, rules, things. I mean, basics are there. So just making a joke, because I always got to file 17 different forms. But now, what is something that I haven't had something to say that I really want to say about myself?
My mother. 2 amazing boys. Johnny's 21, Henry's 14, going on about 35. But he'll be 15 in December. I'm married to John Victor Pinkitis, the love of my life. And he just retired from serving 35 years at the Rochester Police Department. He was a special victims detective, homicide detective. And that's actually how we met. And it's not this romantic story you'd see on a rom-com, but we...
Want to tell us a little bit?
Sure. It was December 22nd of the year 2006. And I was in my office, and my boss came down and said, "Kitty, I have a case for you. A little girl saw her mother get stabbed to death."
Oh, my God.
And because I had that forensic interviewing training of children, and because it was Christmas and I lived locally, obviously, and some people were leaving, and he said, "Will you take this case?" And it was Investigator Pinkitis, my husband. And I asked him to take me.
Husband-to-be.
Yeah, husband-to-be. Yes,
husband-to-be.
Yeah. So I asked him to take me to the scene, because I found as a prosecutor, when you were able to see the scene,
yeah,
and you could see the depth and the length and the layout, and you can see things. It's
pictures
so much better.
Pictures
and videos don't do it. I mean, they do the best job that they can do, but if you can go to the scene, it's incredible. It was a pretty traumatizing situation for both of us, and as a result, we went to the Monroe County Major Crimes Christmas party, and the rest is history. Yeah, so
awesome.
But it's also nice to have, after a long day at work. I mean, obviously we have to have confidentiality in our cases, but for someone to appreciate and understand what we may have seen or heard that day is really important. So
you can't talk about it, but you understand why you can't talk about it and whatever feeling you're going through it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You are better able to handle the other person's feelings.
Right.
Without having to be able to be said anything.
Yes.
You know, like me and my wife have a rating 1 to 5 for temperament and behavior. Like, I woke up not with on the wrong side of the bed, but where am I? Right? Like, yeah,
right.
I'm at a 5. And I don't want to say anything because I'm going to do that. So, hi, 5. See you later. Right? Like, so I can imagine it helps Wade like that. It helps create our. I can't talk about so many things of my work with my wife, and she understands why I can't, but there is no, well, I'm dealing with this type of thing. Oh, yeah, I get how draining that can be type. You know what I mean? And so you're lucky. You both are lucky.
We are both very lucky. And so we live right now in the farmhouse that I grew up in. It was built in 1856. The family farm.
There are ghosts there, aren't there?
Oh, I don't know if there's any ghosts there. I've never felt the ghosts, thank goodness, because I don't know if I want to live there if there are ghosts there. But back in 2020, we redid the whole house. And it's just so unbelievably wonderful to raise my children in the house that I was raised, to come down that banister every morning. And I swear every morning I just think of that little girl in that homemade nightgown that my grandmother made me 20 of, and to just look out the window when I'm washing dishes and see the gardens that are my mom's and that I'm tending and trying my best to bring back. Right now, if you look at my kitchen, there on the counter is hundreds and hundreds of seeds that I'm saving from her plants to give to my sisters so that they can have mom's plants in their gardens.
That is pretty awesome. That is this whole idea that I have of creating. Sorry, I'm not used to doing there. Family tree, but instead of looking forward, we just start leaving things now. Start building that now for everybody else. Like, let me leave you some of these siblings, and now we're creating this whole other history.
Right.
Now you just gotta record it.
Yes, and that's. The history and heritage of my family is just so important. And my parents now live on a little house on the farm right next to me. My dad is in really great health, but he helps to honor and take care of my mom every day, which, I grew up in a very traditional household, Carlos. Mom stayed at home. She worked part-time as a nurse. Dad went to work because he was an engineer before and a farmer. And so my mom took care of the house, took care of the kids. And to see my dad just rise to the occasion, and I stop down there in the morning because sometimes it's just nice. My mom's still sleeping, and my dad and I have coffee, and he's got her plate out every morning of the coffee and the orange juice and the waffle and the bacon and the sausage. And my dad couldn't cook anything growing up. I mean,
people forget that marriage, it's not 50-50. That's divorce. Marriage is 100-100. Mm-hmm. You're telling me that if the wife is sick for a whole week, I'm going to go walk around naked because I couldn't do laundry? You know what I mean? Like, so that's awesome because that's what marriage is.
Right.
That's what love is.
Right. It's like
not marriage. That's what love is.
One of my favorite songs is by Bruce Springsteen, and the words are, "If I fall behind, wait for me." And sometimes there's one in the front waiting for the other one to come up, and sometimes you're the one in the back. But as long as we wait and walk hand in hand together. All right, I won't sing Bruce. That didn't come off very well.
Well, I wouldn't even try Jason Mraz because we have will you be my what is it that it says?
Is the note in your sock?
No, it's on my tattoo.
Oh.
It says, "Would you be my constant through it all?"
Did she
want to hit the albums?
Did she say yes? Even if you're at a 5?
Oh, hell yeah. It's been 19 years now. I mean, there's no getting off this boat. We sink or swim. Well, again, 100-100. Right. Everybody gets to go crazy every so often, too. So,
I feel like I've been at 115 for a little bit the last 10 months, 150%.
How how have you managed all that stress with already a damn stressful work job?
Number one, God. And it's overwhelming at times, but.
Because right now, by the way, tell me whenever we need to stop, because everybody, just in case, this is like a last minute throw on the hat. By the way, I got like minus 15 minutes, Carlos. So here we are.
Okay.
I know that you need to leave at any minute, but I get talky. So don't be afraid.
Well, me too. But I have a really strong faith in the Lord. And there are dark times. There are situations that you can't handle on your own. And so what do? I listen to a podcast. I listen to Christian music in the car. And I just get my mind and my headspace back. If this is meant to be for me to have this position, if God is endorsing me in this race, then it will happen. It doesn't mean I don't have to work. It doesn't mean I have to do everything that's required of me. I was listening to a song today by Keith Green. The battle is already won. The decision's already been made. I just have to keep working really hard to get there. Step 2, my family. I mean, my husband and my kids have been so unbelievably supportive. And I know my little guy is missing me a lot, and it's been really hard on us. But he knows that there's an end, and he believes in me. And just yesterday, he's like, Mom, you got this. You got this, Mom. And then
there's that boost of energy.
Yes.
I mean, I got a 15-year-old myself. Yeah. So.
And he repeats things that I say to him. So that's when I feel like I'm not, I'm doing okay. When he says those things like, just when he's down, you can do it, honey. There's nothing you can't do. Just put your mind to it. Work harder. We'll get there. And my network of friends and my campaign team. I mean, Annie's here, my campaign manager. I mean, when we walked in here, did I walk in here like
hello. Say hello, Annie. Okay, wave hello.
Did I walk in here like it was my own house? I mean,
I got confused for a minute, by the way, because she said, we'll meet at the driveway of my campaign manager's house, and get over here. Come, let's go. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. And then you came up, and I'm like, okay, so we're not breaking and entering. That's
no, we're not. There's no 145 here. No, there's not. Yeah. But when I leave the courthouse,
I think your neighbor got nervous though. Like, what car is that? I've never seen
that
kind of car.
A lot of cars coming in.
That's how
Alan looks out for her. Thanks, Alan. Suspicious character here.
Listen, somebody that does fight for free speech, there's no other rights without a first right. And doesn't matter what your opinion is, she will fight for it. That I do know.
Well, I did take an oath, to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and New York, and to uphold the law, whether I agree with it or not. And that's the exact same thing I say when I'm charging a jury or we're picking juries. Will you follow the law as I instruct it, whether you agree with it or not? If you want to change the law, don't run for judge. The judge is to enforce the law and follow the law. And so people along the campaign trail,
a lot of people don't understand.
They ask me.
They think you have unlimited powers as the road goes on.
How do you feel about this case? How do you feel about that case? What do you think should happen? And I actually had a gentleman get extremely mad at me on Facebook last night. You still didn't answer my question. I'm not voting for you. I said, I'm not allowed to answer these questions. It would be
this. Okay, so this is that.
Right. It would be
and whatever. If you're not able to answer it, why aren't you able to answer? Dude, I can.
Right, because there's different ethical rules. If you're running for district attorney, or if you're running for the town board, or somebody who's making laws, senator, assemblyman, assemblywoman, then of course the public has the absolute right to know what's your voting record, what do you believe in, what can we expect from you, because they're making the law. But I don't have a choice. I don't create law.
It's like playing Monopoly or any other board game. If they put you as a referee to make sure nobody cheats, you're not there to change how the rules of the game are played or to favor the one that you like or not.
Right. And unlike the Kansas City refs, I don't level the playing field. Everyone is equal. Now, I'm sorry to anybody out there who's a KC fan, but as a Buffalo Bills girl.
What's a KC fan?
Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't follow sports. I know. People are like,
What are you talking about?
oh my
What?
God, no. You want to hear, like, all right. This is how bad I am at following sports.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's break it down here.
Have you ever heard of the golfer Lorena Ochoa? She was an LPGA pro golfer. I met her, gave her rides in the golf cart while I was working in a golf course place. I was a houseman. No idea. Then I met Tiger Woods.
Ooh.
No idea.
You didn't know who Tiger
Oh, I
Woods
talked
is?
for 3 days to the Rocket guy, baseball catcher, something, Roger Clemens. I talked to him for 3 days without knowing who the hell he was until somebody else told me. I was like, no way. So that's me with sports.
Okay, we're gonna have a new podcast. How we teach Carlos about football. I think it's gonna be a long series.
Like, who was the other? Andrew Jones, another baseball player. And I mean,
okay, I'm gonna.
I'm
gonna give you some quizzes. Okay, do you know who Josh Allen is?
Well, yeah, Buffalo Bills guy. Throws the ball, the quarterback. She's having a stroke.
Yeah, he's the quarterback.
Yeah, I know basics. All right, my dad got so mad at me when I was around 12 because there were some major league baseball teams going to Venezuela and playing over there, like the Yankees and somebody else. He got tickets for it. And he took my brothers from one city to the other one to go see the game. I didn't want to go. I didn't go. He was so pissed that he wasted that ticket for me. And I didn't go. I don't care about baseball.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say to everybody out there what you do care about. Not in uniform people, but you care about people, Carlos. And I think that's what has drawn you and me together. Now, obviously, we can't talk about what happens in court, but it's probably no secret on here you're a Spanish interpreter, right? Is that a secret?
No, everybody knows I'm a Spanish interpreter.
Okay. And the way that you conduct yourself, it's always with such kindness and understanding. And my job as a judge is to ensure that everybody has equal access to the law. And I don't think I'm out of line by saying this, and if I am, you can correct me. I think that there are often times that people of color who have a language barrier, that courthouse is daunting. They are afraid. They don't understand it. Mm-hmm. And even if you do understand it, and even if you speak English, it's daunting and scary. And you make the process, I just really appreciate you and your heart for people.
Well, thank you. But you see, that's why I'm talking to you here now. Because you are one of those judges that allows me to try those processes. Because I don't run the courthouse. You do.
Well, not yet, Carlos.
Well, every courthouse that I've been into, you're running. Every judge runs their own courthouse. So I'm just a microphone. A microphone and a speaker. That's
not
it.
True.
So
that's not true. That's not true.
For you to allow me to practice things like Judge Doran. Judge Doran was an advocate for interpreting, right? So like we have the headsets in every courthouse and stuff like that now, instead of them going to the Hall of Justice, picking them up, going to Ontario, going to Wayne. Now they'll have them in each place to allow that, because even for you, before it used to be interpreters here, twice as long. Everybody, you know what I mean? From frustration of the process taking longer, and the only one that pays for it is the person who doesn't speak Spanish. And the one thing that really ticks me is that everybody thinks that if you don't speak Spanish, you're an immigrant.
If you do speak Spanish, you're an immigrant.
If you don't speak English, I'm sorry.
Okay,
if you don't speak English and you speak Spanish, sorry, you're an immigrant. We're forgetting about an entire island that is just as part of the U.S. as New York, who speaks primarily, if not only, Spanish. Are you going to ignore the deaf and mute community too?
No.
right? That's
Equal.
why you are such a fighter, at least in my view, for free speech. You are a great advocate for Second Amendment, but you're first advocate for a First Amendment. Because you can't have a second or a third or a fourth without a First Amendment. And we don't agree on everything.
No.
In many things, we don't agree. But you still tell me, share your voice. That's what we have.
Louder.
It
doesn't.
Many people tell me, shut up. You were in shock. Like, did somebody really ask you if you were a U.S. immigrant or not? I gotta defend myself every month. At any random time. At any random place.
And that's not easy. I think you're aware that I was the first female county court judge in Ontario County ever. And I met with those same questions, not the same. I don't know if
but it's a doubt.
Yeah,
it's a doubt. Are you sure you're able to you're up to the task? Like, you know how many quote unquote American vision person that you see around, and it's like you're a drain, but you're actually giving the benefit of doing something positive just because of your color. I have to actually argue it? No, I don't have time for that.
Right.
That's why I quit volunteering firefighter.
Why?
I did it for 2 years and I got tired of the hassle.
That
is
frightening to me.
You know what's frightening? Not even that. I'll tell you this. We fill our mouth with help the farmer. I was volunteering at the same time with a neighbor of mine who's a farmer. Literally, that's them. They don't even hire immigrants. It's just them working at the family. And he couldn't get to every single training, every single thing, because it required that you do at least 25%, 50% of your calls got to be answered. You got to go, no matter what. If you don't make it, you're out. Yeah, but I'm farming. It's the summer. I'm from sun up to sundown. Can you make an exception for me? Hell no. You got the guy really feeding us, wanting to also provide a little bit more, and he's getting that treatment. What do you expect I'm going to get?
Right. Well, people said horrible things to me. You're too little for this big job. Who's at home watching your children?
You see? Basics of life, we do match.
It's like, look, honey, I can do it all. I mean, you want to know what I did today, Carlos? Can I have a couple more minutes?
Yeah, but it's like I tell every one of my guests, it's as long as you get tired of me.
5:30, I get up, clean the entire first floor because I'm having family dinner with 16 people tomorrow. I got a turkey brain and a rib roast, with all the salt and the pepper and all the yumminess and tying it up. Fresh butternut squash soup made, cleaned the entire first floor. Then I planted 56 iris bulbs for next spring in my garden. Then I went to a food pantry in Honeoye to make sure that everybody has food in the next couple weeks and months because it's a tough time.
Oh my God, yeah.
And we have to make sure, and this is where community comes in. We all have to look out for our communities. And so it was just an unbelievable event, and everybody in town brought stuff for Thanksgivings for the less fortunate. And it just made me so proud to come from a small town and to see all my friends in Honeoye. And so then I came home, and then I had to help my son clean my car because it's gotten a little messy during the election. Yeah, I felt better when I saw your car. It had a lot of stuff in it. And I was like, okay, it's not just me.
Well, thank you for calling me out.
It's not just me. And I hope you didn't see the McDonald's bag in there because I might have stopped for a Big Mac because I was starving.
Don't look at mine. You might find a McDonald's Big Mac in my car somewhere.
It's just been there. So then I'm having a meeting with you. Annie and I are getting ready momentarily, and we're going to a gala tonight where I'm the guest speaker. And it's so insulting to suggest that because as a woman, and I am raising kids, and I'm a wife and a daughter and a friend. I mean, we've all got so much going on, and we can be there for each other and do it all. It's just so insulting to suggest that I was kind of shirking the role as a woman by not being at home. Look, I can drive the tractor, I can mow the lawn, and I can clean the gutters. And my husband can do the wash and do all the folding. But we have our respective roles, and some things just fall naturally on me and some fall on him, but we are a team. Because when I don't come home to 11:30 at night, that kitchen is sparkling. We call it the kitchen fairy because the fairy just showed up.
Well, it goes back to when I first got here, and I was telling you how when you introduced us the other day, he looked like a puppy, but more like a Rottweiler kind of puppy.
Isn't he cute?
He's adorable. Yeah,
I gotta tell the story. So my husband, he came, and he doesn't come to the courthouse a lot, but he did, and so I was just introducing him to everyone. I was like, Carlos,
I know you were excited.
I want you to see my husband, and I was like, I love this guy. He's just the best interpreter ever, and he's got the greatest pens. I like the end because you can use them on
the stylus.
What is it called?
The stylus.
The stylus.
Yeah,
they're my favorite pen.
That's their fourth stereotype. The stereotype. The fourth.
Like, I'm not stereotyping.
Prototype.
Oh, okay.
I told you, I'm amazing at repeating, not coming up with my own words, because people are sticklers for it. The first one was plastic. It didn't have enough weight. It felt cheap. The second one didn't have a stylus, so I put a stylus. The third one, I had to change that one because the stylus was at the bottom, not at the top. The third one didn't have a grip. So I had to get one with a grip. So the fourth one finally has it all.
It has it all. And for me, it's the hold. Okay. It's how it holds in your fingers. And then the smoothness of the ink. Do you know how many court orders I've signed with your pen? Hope that's not a conflict.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, it's a compliment in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Everybody thought I was crazy for going that instead of business cards. Because they're like, so what's your business cards? Here it is. Okay, so why don't, no, that's my business card, not for you to write it down. Okay, I like it. It's worked out pretty good. I'm happy. I'm glad. Thank you.
Yes.
That's like, yeah. So, anything else that you would like to share before? I think at this point, I need to let you go because you're running. I remember you sent me a text message. It was about 17 pages long.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot. But I appreciate that you made the time for me, and I'm so grateful to my team and for Annie, my campaign manager. I mean, we have had a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. There's always disappointments on the campaign trail, disappointments of people, but. I
heard from the Democratic Party, the Democratic candidates, that they had a blast when they had the times with you guys. And
we get along so well. And I know you're not supposed to say you love your opponent, but I kind of do.
Remember,
I want to win. But
we saw each other the other day, and you say, "Oh yeah, this is my competition." What did I say to you? There's no competition. There's inspiration.
Right.
Because we not all are get to the same place at the moment that we want. Those might be checkpoints, posts,
right,
keeping us in track. But they definitely make us want to work harder,
right,
to get there, which it makes us better.
Right, and it was so refreshing on this race. They weren't coming for me. I wasn't coming for them. Or, at the Unitarian Church in Rochester, taking a picture all together, and
back to what it should be.
Yes. And
focus on the community.
Right. And we might have some difference in things, but they're both amazing fathers, both amazing men. And all they want to do is make the world a better place. So what am I going to come for them with? I mean, I can only talk to my experience, and do I have, in my opinion, more experience? Yes, because I do. But it doesn't mean I have to be disrespectful to them. Doesn't mean I have to, say mean things and mailers. First of all, I would not. David was in the special victims unit with me at the DA's office. He said he became a prosecutor because of me. And if he was sitting here, he wouldn't be mad at me for saying that because he says it everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
But so how could I ever say anything negative?
And thank you for that, because this is part of the whole thing. It's like I'm not, as you know, in any of this. People who see my show know that, holy crap, what a mess is this? Who's producing it? Nobody. Me. Hi. But it's not a political party that makes you. You know what I mean? Those are people that you can connect with to try to help you get to a goal, but you make the party. Right? So that's why you're bringing back to it, I think, which is what I like to see, at least in this local level. Let's focus on what's important, because I don't gain anything by attacking you and winning that way. Because what's my policy then?
Yeah, and when I was in law school, it was like you couldn't study with certain people because what if they got an A too?
Yeah,
and I was like, why can't we just all get A's?
Exactly.
It flummoxed me. I was just like, so what?
Why can we? I don't have to step on you to get up there.
Was,
we can all
in law school.
go
Luckily,
together.
I found my two best friends because I'm like, this is so cutthroat. It's crazy.
Well, thank you so much. I get to give you a hug. Everybody over was online yesterday.
Am I allowed to say mi amiga?
Yeah, amigo.
Oh, I'm amiga.
Tú eres amiga.
You're O, I'm A.
Yes, I'm an O to females A, males are O.
I should have known that.
No, but you're learning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Every
Sounds-
expert was a beginner once.
Hey, you know as much as Jennifer, and she's been married to me for 9.
We love you, Jennifer. You got yourself a good one here.
All
All right. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to follow this podcast so that you don't miss any new episodes. You can also search for PKDK on your favorite podcast player for all the other shows that we have.